Okay, so last equation of the three I taught you, which is 24 dm cubed of any gas equals the volume of the gas divided by the number of moles you've got. And here's an exam question. It says, look at the balanced simple equation for the reaction of calcium carbonate with nitric acid. And it tells us 1 mole of calcium carbonate reacts with 2 moles of nitric acid. Give 1 mole of calcium nitrate plus 1 mole of carbon dioxide plus 1 mole of water. David's experiment with nitric acid makes 60 centimeters cubed of carbon dioxide at room temperature and pressure. How many moles of carbon dioxide are made at the end of the reaction? 1 mole of carbon dioxide has a volume of 24,000 centimeters cubed at room temperature and pressure. Part 2, calculate the mass of calcium carbonate needed to make this amount of carbon dioxide. The relative formula mass of calcium carbonate is 100. Okay, so I'm just going to ignore the 24,000 centimeters cubed there, just so we can keep the numbers similar to what we do with titration. And looking at that question, part 1, we're given a volume. And if we're given a volume, we can work out the number of moles. We don't need to look at anything else. So what we need to do, first of all, is just rearrange the equation. 24 equals vols over moles, and rearrange that into moles equals the volume in dm cubed divided by 24. And I like doing it this way because we've got to take the 60 then and just divide it by 1,000, which is what you always have to do in the titration question. So it keeps things fairly standard. But of course you could just do 60 divided by 24,000. That would give you the exact same result. So 0.06 is 60 divided by 1,000, and so when we divide that by 24, we get the moles of carbon dioxide as 0.0025 moles. For the second part of the question, we need to be able to look at the equation and also remember that moles equals mass over mR. So it tells us the mass of calcium carbonate needed to make this amount of carbon dioxide. Well, we now know we've got 0.0025 moles of CO2. When we look at the equation, working backwards, we see 1 mole of calcium carbonate actually produces 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So this is actually straightforward. We just need to know what is the mass of 0.0025 moles, because 0.0025 moles of carbon dioxide will produce 0.0025 moles of calcium carbonate. So to do that, we just need to rearrange the formula moles equals mass over mR. So it is simply going to be 0.025 times 100, and that is going to be 0.25 grams. And we're done.